the labyrinthine dance of the heart, a tale as old as time itself, yet as fresh as the morning dew on a cobweb. Today, my dear friends, we embark on a journey through the maze of human emotions, a journey titled How to Win Back an Avoidant's Trust After a Breakup. And what a tantalizing expedition it promises to be, steeped in the complexities of attachment and the fragile tendrils of trust. Picture, if you will, a delicate porcelain vase once whole, now shattered into myriad pieces, each shard reflecting a moment of joy, a whisper of pain, a shared breath. Winning back an avoidant's trust is akin to piecing together this vessel, requiring not just patience, but a deft touch and an understanding of the unseen forces that bind us to one another. Now you may wonder, why the avoidant? Why this particular soul who, like a cat on a hot tin roof, dances away at the mere hint of emotional closeness? Therein lies the enigma. The avoidant, you see, is not aloof by choice, but by the intricate dance of their own past, a choreography of experiences that taught them to tread lightly, lest they fall into the inescapable mire of vulnerability. Imagine, if you will, a young boy named Oliver, who grew up in a house echoing with silence. His parents, consumed by their own battles, left him to navigate the world with little more than a compass of self-reliance. Trust, to Oliver, was a foreign currency, spent sparingly and with great caution. Fast forward to adulthood, and Oliver's relationships resemble a waltz, one step forward, two steps back, ever wary of the precipice of intimacy. So how does one mend the fractured trust of an Oliver? My dear audience, the path is neither simple nor straight. It begins, as all great stories do, with understanding. To win back the trust of an avoidant, you must first step into their shoes, or rather their dance shoes, and glimpse the world through their eyes. Consider the tale of Amelia, a woman of remarkable insight and unyielding patience. She found herself entwined with an avoidant, a man named Simon, whose heart was as guarded as the crown jewels. Their breakup was a symphony of misunderstandings and unmet needs, yet Amelia, with the wisdom of a sage, knew that the key to Simon's heart lay not in grand gestures, but in the subtle art of consistency. Consistency, my dear friends, is the cornerstone of rebuilding trust with an avoidant. It is the gentle tide that erodes the rocky shores of doubt, the steady drumbeat that reassures and soothes. For Simon, it was the small things, a weekly letter, a favorite book left on his doorstep, a message in a bottle cast into the sea of his uncertainty. Yet, let us not forget the power of the unexpected. The unexpected, a double-edged sword that can slice through the chains of doubt or bind them tighter still. In Amelia's case, it was an impromptu visit to a gallery, a shared love for art that rekindled the embers of connection. The unexpected, when wielded with care, can be a bridge between souls, a reminder of shared moments and the possibility of more to come. Now, let us ponder the role of vulnerability, a word that sends shivers down the spine of an avoidant, yet holds the key to unlocking the fortress of their heart. Vulnerability is not weakness, but a quiet strength, a testament to one's willingness to stand naked before another's gaze, unguarded and unafraid. To win back an avoidant's trust, one must lead by example, embracing vulnerability with open arms, much like an acrobat leaping into the void with nothing but faith in their partner's catch. Recall the story of James and Eliza, a pair whose love was tested by the tides of time and distance. Their love was a tapestry, woven with threads of laughter and tears, yet it frayed under the weight of unspoken fears. It was James, with the heart of a poet, who took the first trembling step towards vulnerability, bearing his soul in a letter that spoke not of blame, but of hope and longing. It was this act, this leap of faith, that softened Eliza's heart and paved the way for reconciliation. And what of Patience, the unsung hero of any tale of redemption? Winning back an avoidant's trust is not a race but a marathon where each step forward is hard-earned and cherished. Patience, my dear friends, is the balm that soothes the wounds of the past, the gentle breeze that guides the ship of love back to safe harbor. In this grand narrative of trust and redemption, let us not overlook the importance of self-reflection. To win back the trust of another, one must first understand their own motivations, their own dance within the waltz of love. It is a journey inward, a quest to unearth the roots of one's own fears and desires. For how can one extend a hand of trust if they themselves are adrift in a sea of uncertainty? Consider the case of Thomas, a man whose heart was a fortress built upon the foundations of past betrayals. It was only when he dared to peer into the mirror of self-reflection that he saw the chains of his own making, the bars that kept his heart locked away. In understanding himself, Thomas found the courage to dismantle these barriers brick by brick and extend a hand of trust to his beloved. But let us not forget the role of time, that ever-elusive mistress who holds the power to heal or to wound. Time, my dear audience, is both friend and foe in the quest to win back an avoidant's trust. It is the slow river that carves new paths through the landscape of the heart, yet it is also the thief that steals away precious moments. In this delicate ballet, one must learn to dance with time, to cherish its gifts and forgive its transgressions. And so, as our tale draws to a close, let us remember that winning back the trust of an avoidant is not a task for the faint of heart. It is a journey fraught with challenges and triumphs, a saga of love and loss, of hope and redemption. It is a story that requires not just courage, but wisdom, patience, and an unwavering belief in the power of love to mend even the most broken of hearts. For in the end, my dear friends, the dance of the heart is not a solitary endeavor, but a duet, a partnership built on trust, understanding, and the shared belief that together anything is possible. And so, I leave you with this final thought. In the grand tapestry of life, it is not the threads of perfection that bind us, but the imperfections, the flaws that make us truly human. Embrace them, cherish them, and let them guide you on your journey to win back the trust of an avoidant. For it is in these imperfections that the true beauty of love is found.
If you believe this video might help someone dear to you, share it with them. A small gesture on your part could mean the world to a friend in need.